is Kevin Howard. I'm the pastor of the church that meets in Ramey, where we do our best to unashamedly walk with others as we uncompromisingly walk with Christ. And we just wanted to say thank you so much from everyone from South Carolina that came down, or came up actually, and blessed us for a whole week. Your team did absolutely fantastic. We're going to get to show you with some of the work they did around the church, some of the work they did in our youth centers. Our team was grateful that they came. We had an absolute blessed time. I believe the lamb that was slain really did receive the reward of his suffering that week from your students. They blessed us in a beautiful way. Some of the things that they did that you can see a little bit is they painted our windowsills on our windows. They did some mulching, and they did that in the front of the church as well. And we were just extremely grateful for all that they did.
Hey guys, this is Tracy Mano, the worship pastor over at the Ramey Church, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the work you guys put in. I wanted to show off the shed that wasn't here just a couple weeks ago, but is now. And John, what a great job, all you guys. Mike and Jeff, thank you so much, and all the guys and girls that worked on this. We had one issue. We've been away at camp all week, so we didn't have a chance to put the doorknob on, and everything was kind of stolen from inside. If we go, no, it wasn't, it's fine, it's really good. We're going to get that doorknob put on, don't you worry. But we are so excited about this shed, and it's going to be used and used very well. So thank you so much. I also wanted to go around here and show you something. A French drain was installed, and you're looking at 7 tons of gravel here, and another 3 tons went into that shed for the floor in the shed. And you guys just worked so hard. This team worked so hard and shoveled. We had a big mound of 10 tons of rock right here, and it took them all night and all day. But they dug this whole trench out first, down below the foundation, and then we put a whole long drain pipe in there, and then they covered this up with 7 tons of gravel. One other thing I wanted to tell you is we've had a lot of rain since you guys left. You remember that whole week we were just praying for rain, hoping for rain. You got 1 day of rain, I think. But we've had a lot of rain since you left, and this drain has worked very, very well. The water's been pouring out, the angle and everything was just right. So just wanted to make sure you knew that this worked and worked well. You guys put in a lot of work to this thing. We really appreciate it, and it was just an honor and a privilege in the Lord to be able to spend time with you, get to know you, and the blessing that you left us. Just tremendous, and looking forward to seeing you all again sometime. Maybe we can come down there sometime soon and get to help you guys out with some things. But thank you so much. Now I'd like to show you what the group did here at the church in the front of the yard. We've got the flower bed, which they worked very hard on. Look how pretty that looks. They painted everything white. It looks really nice. It just pops. And so that's what we want. We want it to pop. And they go, oh, you guys missed a big rock over here. Let me move that for you. And then we've got the window trimming, which they painted. Makes it look so much nicer. And then the coup de grace, our mulch. A huge mulch bed. There used to be a lot of bushes here. Now we've got tiny little bushes here, but this mulch is going to help them come up. And it's just some really nice mulch. And I want to thank you for that.
So awesome. So beautiful.
That's some nice mulching.
One of the things that your young ladies did is they came in and they cleaned our church. And they took all of our chairs and they put them off over to the side, and we got a steam cleaner, and they cleaned our rug, cleaned our carpet, which needed it so badly. We allow people to drink coffee and have things in here, and often it gets spilt and it just looks really gross. Well, they came in and they did a fantastic job. And they got most of the stains. No, actually, they did a really good job. And our church loved it when they came in on Sunday and saw the place was clean. One of the things that we were really thankful for is that South Carolina was able to take part in our house sale days, which was just a local street fair with vendors that come around from down this way. And they line up the street from all the way down there, all the way to the front of our youth center. And then there is also a parade that goes by. Some of the work that they did is they were able to clean the streets. But if you'll take a look at the corners, they were able to paint all of those yellow. They were able to do this great job for the city of painting for the city, the street side, the yellow curbs. They were able to bring bleachers over. They were able to put up tents. They were able to put up all sorts of things for the city. And they were just really thankful. Really thankful that your team loved our community. They loved our community so much that they not only shared the gospel with our community, but their very lives. And we're very thankful.
We're the Parias. I'm Daniel. This is my wife Rachel. And our children, Selah, and Malachi. And this is our, oh, are you gonna look? And this is our place. This is where we live and where your guys worked. I'm really thankful that they came up here. Just to give you an idea, this area where we were standing was covered in weeds this tall.
And taller.
And taller. Some trees too.
You can ask Ashley about that.
Yes. No poison ivy though, I hope. And your students cleared out all this, and we'll be able to grade this and use it as a place for a sign and park a truck out here and finally let our kids be able to run free on our property. Also, they moved some of our scrap wood off the back that we use to have campfires and also heat our house with in the wintertime sometimes. We're really grateful that they were able to come and work with us, but they did forget something. They were supposed to move this over somewhere over there. So we'll just clean up after them and make sure that everything's okay. So that's where that's going to be for a while. And yeah, too bad they lost at volleyball, but we're grateful they were here anyway. So thanks a lot, guys, and see you in a little while.
Standing outside the Crossville Youth Center here in Clearfield, Pennsylvania, and a lot of your students worked here on the Friday that they were here. And as you'll see in a moment, they worked around the outside doing some painting, but they also did some painting on the inside. They were moving cans around and things that we needed done. They were cleaning throughout the building. And then on Friday night, some of your students were here, and they did bag of chips, sitting on a couch and open up your Bible ministry, hanging out with students from our area, telling them about Jesus. And I believe they also got into a water fight, and they had a great time being here. We were really pleased with the work that they did. They also painted the inside of this doorway, which had a lot of graffiti. And they also painted the stone, the concrete stone on the outside of the building that had been being chipped and written on. And they took the day at about 100-degree heat, I believe, and they painted the outside of it and made it look nice. We wanted to introduce everybody in South Carolina to a very precious, significant portion of real estate that played a very monumental role while your team was here. This sacred yet hallowed ground out in front of the rec center played venue to the epic game of the Great Corn Bowl Hole game. On this ground, a legendary team of two great bowl cornhole players were put together from South Carolina. They were the Goliath in the Corn Bowl world, and they were going to face the David. This was a match of Apollo Creed versus Rocky Balboa. Just like in this story, Goliath was taunting the armies of Israel. Goliath was taunting the other Rocky Balboa team, the little team of David that had never really played before. And they were taunting them and taunting them. And just like in the movies, Apollo Creed jumped out to an early lead. He was punishing Rocky. In fact, in this game, they were winning 15-0. But then, the unthinkable happened. The team of Rocky slugged their way back to a 21-19 victory. On behalf of the church that meets in Ramey and Narrow Ministries, we really do want to say thank you. They worked really hard. They loved us. Our ministry and our church have been going through a real rough time, and they came in the midst of that, and they loved us. And they loved us not only to share the truth of the gospel with us, they shared their lives with us for a week, and we're really thankful for that. This picture was drawn by one of our artists, and it's simple. It's the exchanged life. It's the giving up of my heart, which is cold and dark and black, for the heart of Jesus, which is full of life. And it's the gospel of Jesus Christ. It's His righteousness being imputed into us. The week that your team was here from South Carolina, they understood the exchanged life. And they were missionaries to central Pennsylvania. It was beautiful. On the feet of those who bring good news, it's their feet that's beautiful. And your team was beautiful. One of the last nights, we got to have a campfire up on Daniel's property. And during that campfire, we sang We didn't just sing, we worshiped. And we prayed, and your students talked and they shared about what Jesus had done through the week. Thank you, students. And don't forget, Jesus Christ is real. He's worth dying for. Only one life will soon be passed. Only what's done for Christ will last. To live is Christ, to die is gain. Bless your heart.